Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's session, we are going to discuss list in Python. Actually, along with list, tuple, set, dictionary, these are also few things which come along. And today I have started with list only, and next topics I will be covering up in one by one in my next sessions. So let's get started. So for list, see, we store values in a Python, right? And to store the values, what do we need? A variable, because variable holds value for you. But what if I want to use multiple values to hold? Because variable, just now we have seen it can just only hold one value at a time. But if I want to use or store multiple items in a single variable, in that case, I'm going to use list. So first, let's get started at how to declare a list. So here is my coding where I'm going to start. Let me just zoom in a bit. So I want to write few things in the list. For example, I will be making a variable name first. Let's name the variable as my list. So I'll write here my list equals to. Now I want to write the name of the list in a square bracket, and each element will be carrying a double quotes. So for example, if I start with red, another element I write suppose black, one more element that I'll write, but yes, I have to be make sure that I'm writing these all elements in double quotes, otherwise it will start showing me error. And now other element that I write is maybe purple. Again, see the color difference. I have to write this in double quotes. Now let's print this. So when I print this item, I will be writing print and I'm going to print my list here. And now when I press run button, you can see the list is coming on the right side in a form of multiple values. That's how we declare the list. Now, moving towards the next item, that what if I want to access any item in my list? For example, if I want to access any first item or the last item from the list and want to show that element only, then what to do? So that time list item are indexed and you can access them by referring the index number. And when we talk about the index number, it always starts from 0 in list. Because suppose if for me red is in the one number, then we have black, then we have purple. So if we go in this sequence, red is in my first number. But if I say index number of red, index number of red would be 0 because it always starts from 0. Then index number of black is 1. And that's how it goes on. So let's get started that how can I access any element. So over here, let's write one thing which is I want to print from my list only, and I want to print the item number which is black. Now, according to my count, it should be 2. But if I want to access it, I have to use the index value. And according to the index value, the black is nothing but 1. So I'll write it in square bracket that from this list, I am wanting the 1 to be printed. Let's see if it print the black for me or not. So yes, the black is printed over here. Okay, so now let's see that how next part which we will be discussing, that how can I change the value. Now you must be knowing that list is basically mutable. You can change the value of a specific item, and to change the value of a specific item you have to again refer the index value. So let's see that how can I change any value from the list itself. I'm doing it. Let's see that if I say that my list, and from the my list, I want to change this black only, which is my index number 1. And I want to change it, suppose, in yellow color. Let's print the list now again. So I'll use the same code. So I'm just copy pasting it here instead of writing it one more time. I'll just print now my list. And let's see if a new list comes here instead of black. Now you can see the new list which has come is changed by yellow. Now let's discuss that another thing, which is how can I add any value in my list at the end. Okay. Now it's very important that we are talking about at the end, how can add anything. So if I want to add anything at the end, I have to use append, right? And to use append, let's see how can I use this append function in my project. So over here, I'm going to write. So over here, I'm going to Now, if I want to add any value at the end of my list, what I need to write, first of all, I have to write the list of the variable name of my list, which is my list only, dot append. And now I'm going to write what I want to add into the end, like what exactly I want to add into the end. So I want to add, suppose, one more color that I will be writing in double quotes. Let's give a color name, maybe pink. And I'm going to print now my list again. So I'll just copy this print option again, and here I pasted. Now when I run again, you can see that it's been showing red, yellow, purple, and one more item has been added, which is pink, right? So now what if I want to remove any item at the end of the list, like this pink has been added. Now I want to remove this item. Then I have to use the remove function. For that, whatever I need to remove, I will be writing that in my quote. Not only the ending part, like suppose if I want to delete purple from my list, how will I do that? So I can use again my list dot remove is going to be my function name. And I'm going to write here in double quotes purple. Now I'm going to print my list again. In this list now, no purple is going to be coming. Let's run and just see this. So this is how we have completed most of the process of list. Of course, there are a few more, that is how to find out the length, how to sort out the values. These two things are still remaining. But if you comment down below and want to know more in details about the list, I'll be making one more video. And next one, I will be coming with tuple sets, dictionaries, how we can add values inside it and how we can store any variable in multiple values. So please do subscribe to my channel because more such exciting things is in my way. And do subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next one. Thank you so much for supporting. Bye bye.